And the final question I love to ask is, if people are only gonna see this last clip, like this is all they're gonna see, what is one message you would have for the people?
One message I will have to the people, if this is my last clip they're seeing. 165. Yo. What you know about VI badness outside there with the dog them active. Bad bitch want fuck with a man from St. Kitts, so we too real no acting. Done link with the Trini and the Yardies, them GT done know so we locked in. Bad B want fuck with the Island G, and God I know she ain't capping. Bend over do that thing when he clapping. Dirty eater, she need some napkins. Bend for the camera if your body ain't catfish. Never pop a pill, man, naturally active. Pretty little kitty, but she attitude toxic. Golden rule in the room, do not spit. Your pussy and me cockpit. Number 1 out of 10. Top pick, silent killer, operate with tactics. Come on my yard, let we do gymnastics. Don't wanna leave, that's a new brand captive. New brand pussy, but same old mattress. New brand movie, same old acting. New name for them is Captain Capping. Always talk, but nothing ain't happening. No way back on road, they lapping them. What you know about VI badness? Outside there with the dog, them active. Bad bitch want fuck with a man from St. Kitts, so we too real, no acting. Done link with the Trini and the Yardies, them GT done know so we locked in. Bad B want fuck with the Island G, and God I know she ain't capping.
Walla na man! From SK to Trinidad.
Yeah, slide on them in the feel like they're key. Yeah, I like it. I like it.
About to kick this off. Greetings and welcome to the Renaissance Reflections Chamber, man. Also known as the Double I Chambers. You're tuning in for an episode of the Renaissance Reflections, Conversations with Judas, where I meet with exceptional individuals and take a stroll down memory lane to their journey to success to get a better understanding of their start, where they're at now, what they plan to do in the future, and just to see how we could benefit from their backstory and get a better understanding of ourselves as well. Right now, I'm in stupendous company, man. This guy is extremely multifaceted. You could call him a rapper, you could call him a soca artist, you could call him a model, but I think a term that's fitting for someone of his caliber is just a multifaceted creative, man, just on a journey to just impact the people, take his life to the next level, inspire you to take your life to the next level, and just continue treading and self-actualization, man. Like, that's the goal, you know what I'm saying? And I'm joined tonight with none other than the great Mod Stoney. How you feeling, bro?
First and foremost, what a intro. Yeah, that might guy end up on a project. And to answer your question, I'm feeling marvelous. I'm great, Judas.
Man, it's a pleasure to have you.
Can I address you as Judas? And I don't know if your audience know about that moniker.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay, this is a conversational space, man, and I feel like I bring in my full creative self. So that's where it is the SK twang and the, you know, not as, you know what I mean? Because I want to make it comfortable. I want to create a safe space where we could come share with stories, man, because I know you have a phenomenal story, but like I was telling you earlier, that people know the music, but we don't necessarily know the person behind the music. And I think it's extremely important for us to understand the type of individual that you are, because we don't want it to be a situation where the message or the idea is going over people's heads. So I want to give you an opportunity to shed some light on the magnificent individual that is Mod Stoney. So I think I'm going to kick this off with just background information, starting real basic. For someone that does not know who Mod Stoney is, how would you describe Mod Stoney to them?
Well, first and foremost, I want to big up everybody who tuning into the Renaissance podcast. Thank you for having me. My name is Mod Stoney, for those of you who don't know me out there. Mod Stoney is a plethora of things or words I can use to describe myself. Some would say, when it comes to the musical sense, our scene in St. Kitts is like a kind of mythical kind of figure, like an omnipotent one, so to speak, in just the way how I navigate through the space. But Mod Stoney is a very multifaceted, genre-bending recording artist from Bastion, Newton, St. Kitts.
I like that you're being modest about that, yeah? Because I think you could do a bit more, but I love that, man. I definitely love that. You said you could use a plethora of words, right? And I want to ask you, what is one word that you think could encapsulate the essence of Mod Stoney? And the reason I'm asking you this is because I want to ask a follow-up and ask you, how do you think that characteristic has contributed to the level of success that you've had, both in your personal and your artistic life?
Well, to choose one word, come on, that's tough. But seeing that the challenge is placed upon me by you right now, I would say multifaceted.
Multifaceted?
Yeah, multifaceted. Mod Stoney is a very multifaceted individual. Artist.
Also, where does the name Mod Stoney come from? What's the story behind that?
Funny enough, like Mod, that's the acronym, that's the initials for my government name, Masud or David. So that where the Mod come from is actually my name. And Stoney derived from, I would say lifestyle, you know. I have a female friend by the name of Moyo from Tabernacle. We had a little circle called On Point. So we used to go out a lot. And one time, actually, we used to go Fat Tuesdays. We spoke about that earlier.
Yeah, in the good old days.
Yeah, I ain't really the best a drinker like that. I'd get woohoo quick. So one time I get kind of lit and she was like, "Oh, Mr. Stoney." And you just freaking. And I just actually like, at the time I was like fishing for like artist name. And one thing I knew at that time, I need a two-part name because I was heavily consuming a lot of Wiz Khalifa music and so on. I was a fan of Wiz Khalifa like in college days, school days. So just the name like Wiz Khalifa, it just sound dope, you feel me? So I had Mod, but it just sound like Mod. Mod could be so much things. It could be an admin. You know, I needed something that stand out. So then I remember when the name, like, you know, Maya bestowed upon me resonated, and when she said Stoney play with it, and I was like, Mod Stoney, and then I Googled it, put it into Google, and it was original. And when something is original, I mean unique, it's one of a kind, so that's why I got the name. I dubbed myself with the title Mod Stoney. That's how I chose my name, Mod Stoney.
Oh, I feel that. That's an interesting story, man. And what I noticed too is you never know what the thing is gonna be that's gonna stick. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna speak to you. And if you're paying attention, you could definitely find a lot, man. So that's definitely dope. And staying on the name of Mod Stoney, you mentioned your government name earlier.
Yeah.
Masud.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I was gonna ask you this: is Mod Stoney and Masud the same person, or they're different?
Well, before I used to fight and say there is the same person, but over the years I've came to a realization that Mod Stoney is completely different from Masud, and I'm fine, and I'm in the space now where I could accept that, because right now I feel like you're talking to Masud right now. I respect you enough to, like, you know, have a dialogue with you as Masud, you feel me? Because
definitely.
People don't really get to see the man behind the artist. I hear from the man behind the artist is like, I remove the mask right now.
Nah, I appreciate that, man. That's what we want, you know what I mean? Because Masud is what built Mod Stoney.
Correct.
You feel what I'm saying? Foundation is important.
Correct.
Yeah, so we definitely just trying to understand that perspective, man. And you say you're full enough skill that you could have been a baller, could have been a lot of things, but not an informer.
Yeah.
So, because you're so multifaceted, why is it that you choose the music out of all the things that you could have done?
Honestly, for one, I feel like that we're most naturally gifted at. Like, I don't have to try.
Effortless.
Like, waking up, like, saying salt, sprinkle it. Yeah, it's just like effortless.
Same type of energy.
Yeah, so it's like not saying that I don't put in like the hours to perfect my craft and my skills, but it just come natural even when I'm doing that, like training and practicing or whatever, like, you know, when I'm in that element, it just don't feel like I working.
Because it's something you enjoy.
Yeah, I just enjoy doing it, whereas, like we said earlier, you preferred playing tennis over other sports because, you know, if you mess up, it on you.
For sure.
No, music, if I mess up, one could say you could blame this person, that person, but I feel like it's on me because I have to ensure and make sure that everything got the way I want it to go.
Facts.
You understand? So whereas, let's say with cricket, football, basketball, you know, all these team sport now, you lose as a team and you win as a team.
So fact.
You feel me? And also, imagine if like you is the man gotta take the final penalty and you miss that penalty.
It's a lot of pressure, man.
A lot of pressure, you feel me? So, you know, I just feel like the artist route was just the more comforting thing for me. And I always said, like, everything I'm doing right now, I said, like, I would have did it, you feel me, respectfully since high school. Like, yeah, facts.
Use a fortune teller, so listen to what you say.
It's up to you. I know what he's saying, and I know you're going to manifest what he's saying. You check on my time and my speed, and my speed is my speed, and your speed is yours.
Shout out to Zoo, man.
Keeping it true.
You said you decided on the music. I think the best way to frame this is you decided to pursue the music. Do you remember the time when it was like, yo, this thing walking? I could see the fruits of my labor, because a lot of the times you got to plant seeds and water them and wait for them to grow, right? And that take It takes vision, but it also takes consistency and determination to get to where you're trying to go. Do you remember that time when you decided like, yo, this is it, it's happening, motion?
Yeah, actually do. Like, you see, when you plan out your moves, it kind of easy somewhat to see what's going on around you. Because, like I said, since I'm in high school, in Washi, big up Washi Wildcats, best school in the world. You understand me? Really care who feel that way is love at the end of the day, but Wildcats is Wildcats, you don't know. My time of being a Wildcat, we were mapping up everything.
Golden era.
Golden era, Washi, you feel me? So that's why I got a kind of sense of arrogance and tone right now, because all we used to do was win, you feel me? But nevertheless, since in class, I used to drum and diss and freestyle with my friends them and stuff like that. And I can remember one time Miss Watley, big up Miss Watley. Actually, that's Infamous sister, legendary Infamous.
Oh, yeah.
That his sister, she actually was one of my teachers. And I can remember one time she asked, like, you know, what you want to be? And I said, like, I'm going to be a recording artist and perform on big shows, do M-Fest and so on things. And maybe I might not use the word M-Fest at the time.
Yeah.
But I pretty much said, like, I'll be doing what I'm doing now, just watch. And some of my peers, them, some laugh. You know, we got, you just chatting, you know, we go.
Yeah.
But I know what it was about. I've been studying the game.
I need a man.
Yo, 305, you're bread.
Careful. Word around town, I back and roll. Man a big stage bully, let's rock and roll. They don't want like just watch and scroll. Man full enough shoes that different soul. So me lock and load. Pussy, me in a back and forth. Silly willy, even nearly know I am. My life like captions, plenty gold. You go ask me Shaq. I been the goat. Like Conris, everybody take the oath. RD, I go and Nevis, take the boat. Who can swim better learn to